Yes, sir. Straight up Tennessee family. What is happening? It is your boy Ruck in the building tonight. And man, you already know what it is, man. It is the Sunday Fun Day episode. We got a lot to kind of talk about tonight. Today, obviously, you can see the topic is the defense. The topic is the defense, plain and simple. What group has to be the most dynamic in 2025? I think when you look at this roster, there are a lot of pieces that are already dynamic. There are a lot of spots and a lot of players specifically that bring that juice that we like to say, right? But what group as a whole must be the most dynamic for Tennessee to be great in 2025? For us to even sniff 10 wins, what team and what group on this defensive side of the football must be dynamic? We're also going to dive in a little bit more. We're going to dive into what we think, what group also stands out the most, right? There's a difference between who has to be the best and what group stands out. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but then also, what in the world has Josh Heupel been on this past week? Tennessee's recruiting class is not only climbing, but it is going to be a top 10 class before this recruiting cycle is over. It's your boy Ruck in the building, man. I'll be joined by a very special guest here tonight, but you already know what to do, man. Lock in, tap in. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the Sunday Fun Day show. Let's get it.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshack's got to go. A fire! Fire! Wins it! Jahmai Meshack wins it! He needs a strike. Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss! And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
Straight Up Tennessee family, what's happening? It's your boy Ruck in the building, man. It's the top of the show. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel. My man Artez is in the building tonight. What it do, fam? Tez, what's happening, Brody? Hey, man, we are 54 days away from football, man. That's what's good, bro. That's what is good. That is what we can all be excited about, right? We're close. We're closer than we've ever been. And now is the time for us to be excited about it. I think, as the season gets closer yearly, right, there's always that excitement factor. But I feel like this year, more than ever, there's more excitement around the program because of the unknowns. We don't know what we have. And that in itself is one of the most, to me, it's one of the coolest things about 2025 is that we know we got some pieces. We know we had some great recruiting class in 2025. We know we got a pretty dang good transfer quarterback in Joey Aguilar from App State. But when you put it all together, that's what we don't know. We don't know what it looks like when it's all put together. And until it gets all put together, I don't think that there's not like a ton we can get excited about. But I feel like we can get in a mind space of just being excited. And I think that's okay to be excited because I'm anxiously and I'm like cautiously optimistic about having such a great season this year because the unknowns are apparent for us, but the unknowns are apparent for almost every single team in the SEC this year. And that's what brings me so much excitement for what could be here in about 54 days when Tennessee heads to Atlanta, Georgia, to the Mercedes-Benz Dome and faces off against the ACC foe in Syracuse. I think it's going to be a little bit better of a game than we all want it to be, right? Like, I think it's going to be a little bit better of a game, but I do think Tennessee pulls away. I do. I really do. I think that we do what we're supposed to do and we handle our business. So, But man, it's been a great weekend. I mean, 4th of July weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I know in Memphis, Tennessee, where my homie that I'm about to bring on the show is close to, they still shooting fireworks tonight. I promise you, they shooting fireworks tonight. They started on the 1st. They go from the 1st to the 10th. That's how the fireworks work down in Memphis, Tennessee. They go from July 1st to July 10th. So, and what's funny is you don't know if it's a firework or a gunshot once it gets later on in the week. So you just don't know. You just living at that point. So, but man, I do hope everyone had a great holiday. Hope you had a great time with your family, ate good. But guys, like I said, just a few minutes ago, man, we're 54 days away from Tennessee and Syracuse. Just the fact that we're that close, all off season, you talk about it and, you build up anticipation, you build up hype and all of these things. But when it's finally here, when it's finally arrived, there's nothing better, right? We're in the most terrible time of the year right now. You ain't got no hoop. You got WNBA, which, I do watch a little bit of WNBA. You got NBA Summer League right now, but you got nothing. You got baseball and golf. Like, come on, man. Let's be real. You got a little soccer every now and then for you bettors out there. You got some soccer going on, but nobody's watching. Nothing else is worth watching. So Tennessee plays in 54 days, but there's going to be some preseason football on before you know it. Week 0 in college football is a whole week and a half before Tennessee and Syracuse. So football is on the way, good people. Football is on the way. Let's throw up the chat real quick. Tennessee Junior, what's happening, baby? He says, what's up, family? Just got back from the big trip. Smoked, but great stuff, man. Repped the Vols in Lexington. You better. And Artez, when I was talking about Memphis, he said, what you said? Yep, I'm telling you. Adrian in the building, what's up? Hey, he said, what's good? What's happening, y'all? Look, man, the boys left your boy high and dry. No turn, no sale, no C2, but I got a special one tonight. I got that boy Dylan with me. Dill, what's happening, bro? Hey.
What's going on there, bud? Hey, can you hear me good?
Hear you good, bro. Hear you good.
Hey, cool. Use AirPods, bro. I know the audio is probably trash on y'all's end, but that's the best I got right now.
Hey, right, it's cool. Better than sales. iPod 2s that he got. Oh. He got the old iPod headphones with the mic on it. Ooh. Talking about mic check. I'm like, boy, if you don't use that mic I gave you, dude, what are you doing?
No. You got that iPod Nano running.
Look, Adrian said, I got boxing all year, so I'm good till September.
Yeah.
I mean, if you betting, that's what it's good for. That's what it's good for. Look, Tennessee Junior, Deal. You good. Brent Rains from Facebook. What's up, Brent? He says, what's up, family? So glad to have that the boys are back in town, man. Glad you're on with us too, Brent. Glad you're on over there on Facebook. Bro, let's talk about, obviously, we'll talk all about what I have as far as our main topic with the defense and what group has to be the most dynamic. For me, I think it's a no-brainer what group has to be the most dynamic, but then we'll also talk about what group we're most excited about. But first, I just want to talk about what the heck Heupel has done in the last 6 days, bro. Like, why do we do this, bro? I feel like every year we sit here and we're like, oh my God, Alabama, another 5-star. LSU got another 5-star. Texas A&M got another 5-star. And we sit here twiddling our fingers like, well, here we go again. We just can't recruit. Heupel ain't the guy. And then he gets Legend Bay, who, in my opinion, will be a 5-star by the end of this year. Like,
if not, he's going to be scratching it.
I mean, I don't know, how I hate how 247 does their composite scores. I think they're the hardest grade out because the way that they get their sum is so strange. It's like they take competition into account so highly, but half of these cats that's going to Bama A&M play in terrible high school football leagues. And they all 5-stars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's like, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Nico played some terrible competition in high school at Warren. which granted that 5. So that's what I'm saying more than not is like, you got to take these ratings with a grain of salt, but Legend Bay, a dog. You get Darion Albert, TJ, all of these guys that Heupel has just seemed to bring in. And then we get a 4th of July special when Darrell Rivers commits, bro. Like, how does he keep doing it? I don't understand how, we get so low as fans, and then it's like, he's like, just hold on. I'm interested, and I'm gonna ask you this, like, what do you think it is that like it takes our classes like a little longer than everyone else's to kind of like form? Like, is it Heupel really going for the culture, guys? Like, is that just how he's going to do this thing?
Well, I'll tell you the biggest cheat code that we use, and we started doing this in 2022, I think. But what we would do is we would space out our visits. So we would let everybody get their visits in, and then toward the end of June, July, that's when we would get our guys in. So we could usually be that last visit or that second to last visit for a lot of these guys. And so that's usually when decisions start rolling out. And we got the last visit, so we're the most recent team that they talk to. So that's where a lot of the rush of commitments that we get. But man, fans, we've just got to stop pocket watching, because Alabama's been on its air here this week too, and I keep hearing our fans talking about, well, Alabama just got this and Alabama just got that, and I'm like, okay, well, they still got Nick Saban recruiting for them. DeBoer might be the head coach, but they still got Saban in the office.
So I saw this. I'm gonna stop you real quick, and then you keep moving.
Yeah.
I saw this post today from a Bama insider, and it said people around the program are actually still worried about, can DeBoer actually recruit, because you're seeing Saban at all of these visits for these 5 and 4 high 4-star kids, right? So they're like, is DeBoer doing anything? Like, because can I look, I talked about this last week. I have talked about this last week, but I'm gonna just bring it up again with DeBoer. Winning at Washington is not difficult, bro. Like, I'm sorry, like, and then past that, bro, you ain't coached nowhere, but everybody's like, he's a winner. I'm like,
no,
I don't see it, y'all. Like, he took a Washington team to the college football playoff and got dog walked by Michigan, right? And Michael Penix Jr. was a dog, wasn't getting used well. Everybody's just saying, oh, now he's got Ryan Grubb back. He should have had Ryan Grubb last year. If Ryan Grubb goes in there to Alabama and this team ain't completely 360, these Alabama fans about to be out here hot butterball, boy. Promise you.
And that seat's already hot, if you're asking me, because they so spoiled by Saban. They have a 10-2 season. They looking to fight somebody. But man, I was gonna say something and I lost my point.
Talking about just the recruiting, Saban's recruiting for him.
Yeah.
While you think about it, the chat's blowing up. Tennessee Junior in the building says, I'm in the gym fighting a little bit, but it ain't the same as football time in Tennessee. Tim McNutt, my man Tim. What's up, Tim? He says, what's up, AJ? That's me, by the way. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Big burps. But yeah, you were talking about Saban recruiting, how we pocket watch as fans.
Yeah, it's the own. But what I was eventually going to say is that DeBoer, he's more than likely on the way out if they don't win 8-9 games this year. And after that, who are they going to go to? Because a little pop quiz for you. I saw this stat today. What do you think DeBoer's highest rating recruited class was at Washington?
Let me ask you this. Was it even in the top 20?
No.
Maybe 27?
Went off 28.
28. Ever.
That's his best class. That's the year they went to the playoff.
28th best class.
Yeah.
See, that's not gonna cut it, man, in the SEC, man. Like, and that's the thing, is he has so much help with Nick and just the brand of Alabama, right? Like, the brand doesn't, and it's kind of like us, man. Like, the brand speaks enough, right? When you come to a Tennessee football game, for everybody watching, when you get into Neyland Stadium this fall, and in week 3, the Georgia Bulldogs roll into Neyland Stadium, and you're on a visit how can you go anywhere else and say that environment was better than that? I mean, it's nowhere. Nowhere else will you tell me that environment was better. I mean, sure, Penn State whiteout, that's cool. Autzen Stadium, I mean, okay. But y'all, like, I just need some authenticity here.
Right.
Neyland Stadium, man. I saw a video today. I should have put it in here and played it. This guy was doing interviews with a lot of Florida players. DJ Lagway was the first one he asked. He said, what was the toughest environment you played in last year? And all of them had to say, other than the swamp. That's how they started it off. Other than the swamp, he said, Neyland Stadium. Then he asked another guy on the team, Neyland Stadium. Then you ask another guy on the team, Neyland Stadium. Mind you, this is the same Florida that went to LSU. This is the same Florida that had to go to Texas, right? Or did Texas come to them? I can't remember. Whichever one. It's the same Florida that plays Georgia every year. What they talking about is the best environment. That's all you need. EA Sports. You need to go listen to that.
You got to keep in mind.
EA Sports. EA Sports. Go listen to what the players say, my boy. That's all I need to say. Tennessee Jr. in the chat says he's not a good recruiter. Lyle Butch Jones was better than DeBoer. Okay. While that's true, I ain't talking about Mr. 5-Star Hart himself tonight. I can't do it. I can't do it. But Dill, I want to show this a little bit just to kind of get everybody's eyes on this, just so you can know what's going on right now. Excuse me. Just so you can know what's going on right now with Tennessee. This is honestly insane, man. Obviously, you land the 5-star in Faison Brandon. TJ White might be a 5-star before this is over, Dylan. Gabriel Osenda has already been a 5-star according to 247 Sports. I'm not sure why on the On3 site he's still a 4. But I'm sure on 3 he'll be a 5 by the end of the year. This is the guy that I think we all need to be looking at. Tyreek King is
one of them.
If y'all would you say
one of them?
He really wanted it. If y'all aren't film junkies and, like to watch actual film, not the exciting stuff that you see highlights, but when you go and watch actual film of this kid, Tyreek King, scary season. I'm going to tell you right now. Legend Bay obviously committed last week on June 28th. Zach Groves, another guy that people keep forgetting about. What do you think Carson Snead's going to do, Dill?
Man, at this point, you can go ahead and walk, big dog, because he's been playing with us ever since he committed. Because he would commit and then he would go on visits, and I'm cool with as long as you going on visits and you having fun. But at this point, I don't know, because he got his big brother Dayton talking trash about the baseball team over in North Carolina. It's like, are you in or are you out, bro? Like, what's it gonna be?
Yep. I mean, I know his last visit, most recent, I guess, was the Florida Gators. And he sure did look like he wanted to be in Florida watching that. But as of now, Carson Snead still committed to the Vols. He is a 4-star tight end. But the thing is I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong here, bro, but while you need a tight end in every class, I don't feel like in 2026, if we don't get one, we're in trouble.
Right. Well,
because, I mean, you got Deshaun Brame, Van Dorsler still sitting. Ethan Davis will be a senior in 2026, right? Like, Carson Snead ain't going to see the field next year.
Nah. And, I mean, he is a very good athlete. I'll give him that. He looks like a receiver out there. But his blocking isn't very refined, which is pretty common with a lot of high school tight ends. But I just don't see the need for us to not only take a high-end tight end, but to pay for a high-end tight end, especially if we're going after Hyder and Keys and everybody else that we've already got in the boat. So I really don't see a need for it. If he's going to put up that much of a fight, then I don't think we need to chase as hard.
Yep. Obviously, the Darion Albert commit was on July 1st. Kedrick Golson, another dude that is just a dog. Zayden Anderson was a big surprise. I did not think, A, he was going to commit this soon, and B, commit to us. because he'll be a 4-star before this year's over. I promise you he will. I promise he will.
We do pretty good with kids out of Chattanooga. I mean, look at Boo Carter. So
Yep. But as you can see here at the top, man, Tennessee has dropped 3 spots in their national rank. Right now, they're the 14th best class in the 2026 round. They were 11th as of literally, I guess this was 2 days ago. But that thing is going to keep changing. But this shows you the power of SEC recruiting, man. Tennessee, even with the 14th best in the national rank, is only 6th in the SEC, which has climbed 2 spots. But there's so much recruiting power when it comes to the SEC football, man. Like, I don't think people understand that where we are is a great spot. We are in a great spot, and this class is not done. This class ain't done, man. I think when you look at this class, you got 17 commits. You got 14, 15 more spots. Let's go get them.
Yeah.
Let's go see what we got, because I think we have a lot of space to still make noise. And that's what I think we got to be ready for here in the next couple months, especially with visits in the fall.
Right. And a lot of people forgot the scholarship went up from 75 to I think 115 or 120 now. So that, with the new walk-on rules. So a lot of the 3-stars that we're getting probably would have been walk-ons at other schools, but we're taking them in under scholarship. So that's the reason for a lot of the influx in 3-stars that we're getting this year, for everybody that was wondering.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Chat going up. Tennessee Junior says, just trying to help you brick by brick. Yeah, man. He says, the speed we're getting on the boat. Oh, yep. Yes. Give me that. Snead can go on. Yeah. I mean, you want them because of the talent, but if you're going to be a headache, bro, you can walk. It's simple.
We've had enough of them.
We have. Man, I was talking about this, and then we'll try to get into the topic, but this is just what we do. Who was the biggest head case of the Heupel era, but was also like one of your favorite players, bro?
That's a good question.
There's only one answer.
I mean, me personally, it's Jeremy Banks.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's only one answer, bro. There's only one answer.
I got a story about Jeremy Banks if we got the time.
Go for it.
So I was playing high school ball, true freshman. And for those of you that don't know, I'm in the Memphis area. And Jeremy Banks was a running back before he got flipped to linebacker at Tennessee.
Yep.
So I'm a 5'10", 190-pound soaking wet Mike linebacker. We're getting blown out. It's like, all right, go get you some reps. I get out there on the field. They call a halfback dive, bro. Jeremy Banks trucked the mess out of me, bro. I'm talking about I'm laying on the ground. They sent the EMTs out and everything just to check on me, bro. It was so bad. And I'm sitting there on the couch like 2 years later looking at Jeremy Banks make tackles for Tennessee, and I'm like, that dude is a brick wall, bro. Head case, but a brick wall.
Oh, Adrian Mincy. Hey,
I didn't like Mincy, bro.
I don't think a lot of Vol fans like Mincy. I think it was just he was lazy, but man, when he turned it on, bro, was the best lineman on the line, bro. Literally.
Yeah, he had his
Quite
moments
literally.
for sure.
He could have been as good as he wanted to be, bro.
Oh yeah, my favorite Mincy moment was when they caught him on TV flipping off the Florida players after he transferred.
Yeah. My favorite Mincy moment was the fact that he was injured at Kentucky and he was at their concession stand.
Oh yeah, that's terrible, bro.
He's at Kentucky, injured during the game at the concession stand, bro. That is all-time big back activity, bro.
Oh yeah, you know he's getting that NIL money. He ain't worried nothing about going pro, bro.
He
You're gonna open him up a little porterhouse. He's gonna be fine.
Oh man, yo, let's talk about this deal. Defensive group, right? Obviously, you got the linebackers, the defensive line, and the corners. In your humble opinion, what group has to be the most dynamic in 2025? When I say dynamic, what group has to be that, like, they have to be them guys They got to make the plays for us so that they make it easy for everybody else. What group needs to just be the most, I guess, have that most like dog in them for us to even sniff 10 this year?
I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, but it's got to be the defensive line because I feel like our secondary is already established. It's good, but the linebackers still scare me. So if our D line can just get in and wreck shop and make it that much easier on our linebackers, the defense as a whole, I feel like is going to take a whole nother step forward.
It is definitely the D line to me as well. I think when you look at the roster, with any rotation that Rodney Garner even thinks up, there should be zero drop off. Like last year, you did see some moments, right? Like you're like, okay, maybe Caleb Herring isn't like that ready. I'm expecting Caleb Herring to go crazy in 2025. Like there's no reason, like, right? Like then you go, like David Hobbs had his moments last year of like, okay, I'm getting my feet back wet, playing more reps. Even Bryson Eason as a senior had his moments where you were like, all of those guys that I just mentioned are back in 2025.
Yep.
There should be no rotation that Rodney Garner dreams up that isn't just nasty. I mean, it should just be free for all nastiness all year long, bro. There's nothing in me that thinks that there's nothing in me that should think otherwise at this point.
Right. There is one, I wouldn't even necessarily call it a critique, but I wish that we would do more stunts on the D line because when we could do that, not last year, but in 23 with Joe Milton, we could get it to where I forget who it was exactly. I think it was Omar or Omar Thomas. Somebody would kick out and James Pierce would come around straight free. Nothing but him and the quarterback. I want to see that some more, dude.
You know what other year we saw that a lot? And it's kind of wild to think, bro. 2021. Those stunts alone got Matt Butler in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he had so many inside twists where he was just ripping the guard, bro. Ripping the guard to pieces and getting back in the backfield, making big plays. And it's weird. And maybe it's a personnel thing, right? Maybe he's like, this ain't the group for it. I don't know.
Right.
But it's something that has to get back into the flow because I feel like if we can stunt and twist and free guys up, the edge has got the speed, man, to just blow by a tackle. If we twisting or a guard, I mean, you got to be strong. But I mean, I feel like if they are confused and we're just blowing it up or just twist and stunt for a linebacker to go get them some, right? Like, make it difficult for them to even just like pick who to block. I think that's what we got to get back to. And this is a great D line to do so.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people, like even the ones you just mentioned, there's one that you forgot. And I think he could have been ready last year, but it's Jordan Ross. That is a grown man. Bro,
I knew Jordan Ross was
fall camp pictures of him last year.
Nah.
He looked like a senior, bro. I'm not even joking. I'll put it in Discord after this.
Yeah, see, I what I noted about Jordan Ross was this. When I saw his high school tape, and he had the old Aaron Donald finger tape as his glove, that's when I knew. I was like, he's him. Yeah. He's him. He don't wear gloves, bro, and he getting off the ball like that, bro. Yeah. Right. He crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely going to be in the rotation. I mean, I talked about this a little bit on Wednesday, man. Like, Don Bailey's back. Tyree West is back. Tyree Weathersby, who didn't get to play much last year with an injury, back. David, Jax, Bryson Eason, Joshua Joseph, Caleb Herring, Jordan Ross. Bro, what?
Pick your poison.
Bro, what? Bro, and if y'all think Isaiah Campbell ain't gonna play, if y'all don't think that 5-star ain't gonna play, yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Sure.
Because that cat, That cat, bro, he wasn't a 5-star for no reason, deal. I'm sorry.
And I think
That cat gonna play.
I think he jumped from a 3 to a 5 over his senior year.
Literally.
That's
Like, and
unheard
Deshaun
of.
Brain was like point something away from a 5.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be good too. I don't see him playing a lot in 2025, but I think he's gonna be good. And then you can't even like, can you forget about? Oh my god, I forgot about Marion Dye. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Rodney
He's a
Garner.
stud.
Oh wow! And then tell me you didn't forget about Ethan Utley out of Nashville,
Right.
bro.
That's when you know you're doing your job right. Is when you got guys in your 6 deep that still studs.
That's gonna play. They gonna get an opportunity. They might not play a lot, but they gonna have a shot. That's the thing with that rotation, man. It's whoever who is doing the work, who doing the dirty work during the week.
Right.
That's when they gonna get that clock. I promise you. So that's exciting. I'm excited about that. Let's talk a little bit. Like, obviously, we know that the D line has to be the most dynamic, right? But what group stands out the most to you? Like, when you look at the talent, obviously you can say the D line again if you want. But like for me, I'm scratching my head in it, like hella anxiety, like excitement for this defensive back room, bro. Like, I know Mod is hurt, but I mean, that was in December. I know he's gonna be he's probably running at this point in July. He's probably back running. I know he's doing a lot of pool training, probably. You've been seeing him in all the defensive back recruiting pictures. He's been there. He's on camp. He's doing his thing. I don't see a world why it makes sense to play him game 1. Game 2, even like, you know, I C2 mentioned like, no, I think we need to play him game 2 for like a drive or something. I'm like, what is that going to help? like, yes, it's game reps and yada yada, bruh, it's ETSU. No, I'm not going out there and having him play against ETSU. We're gonna strap up and he's gonna start against Georgia. That's when he's gonna start. Right.
I would ask him personally. Like, week of ETSU, it's like, if you want to go and you just want to loosen up, go for it. But if you ain't game for it, we ain't sending you out there. So
you can go to warm-ups, bro.
Right.
And hey, we'll let you put street clothes on at halftime.
Right.
That's the group that excites me though, because you got Jermod. Then you got a 3-year system guy in Andre Turrentine, who hasn't necessarily been the best, but he's not been the worst. He's somewhere in the he is literally copy paste Jalen McCullough. Literally copy paste.
He don't hit like Tank used to though.
He don't hit like Tank used to, but the copy paste as far as he's still gonna end up being one of the best Vols, and he's gonna make an NFL roster because he knows the game. Like, and so you got Turrentine. Who's gonna start at strong, bro? Is it Idris Farouk? Like, what are you hearing?
It's a lot of noise around Idris Farouk, bro. It's a lot.
I mean, listen. He was in the Smokey Gray trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the model in the Smokey Gray trailer. Speaking of the Smokey Grays, let's bring up some drama. Before we talk a little bit more about the defensive backs, because I think that's the group that's gotta excites me the most. We've sat on it for a couple of days now. I think they clean. I think they could have been better executed, maybe.
Yeah.
But it just made me excited because I feel like we're gonna be able to do whatever we want to with Adidas, bro.
Yeah.
If indeed we're going to Adidas.
Yeah, I think that we probably will in the end, but I think that deal's like a year away. It's nowhere near finished. So we're gonna have to sit on our hands for probably one more year with Nike. Because I'm pretty sure it was a 4-year deal that we signed with Nike. And we're supposed to get different Smokies every year. So We've got 3 now, so that'll leave 1 for next year, and then I think we can go to Adidas. And if they're serious about making us the flagship program for them, write the check, bro. We coming.
You know what? I think it was actually the 3 years, because check this out. 2022 was like the OG.
Right.
And then they said the next 3, we got Condridge, we got last year's, and then this is year 3.
Yeah. Okay. It might
So
have been that one
now, and if they're saying that, typically everybody signs their deal like before they make the switch, but it's in July, right? Like Auburn just went to Nike. So it could be as early as 2026 next year or 27. I don't know how they're going to work that out. I'm interested to see how that kind of pans out.
Yeah. I'm full board on Adidas though, bro.
I am too, bro. If I could just get something for like affordable, like
for sure.
Can your boy get a nice little pullover, a jacket for less than $100, please?
Don't go to the ball shop. You'll cry.
Alumni Hall too.
Oh yeah.
Shoot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself. You better go to Academy on their clearance rack.
Right. Shoot.
But like I said, you going back to the defensive back conversation. You got Jermod, right? Andre Turrentine, Idris Farouk is the name that I'm hearing so much of in that strong spot. Boo Carter in the nickel, right? But you can't forget, bro. Jalen McMurray has played a lot of football. I didn't see him out of position like much at all last year. He make plays, bro. He makes plays. And then you bring in Colton Hood, who his tape is so overshadowed because of Travis Hunter. If y'all don't know Colton Hood, y'all, I'm just telling you right now, bro. I'm going to tell y'all right now. This man, somebody said this on the show. I think it might have been Adrian, said that by week 3, Colton Hood will be starting over Ricky Gibson. And I'm like, let me hold on. Hold on. Because we went through this whole saga with Ricky Gibson in the offseason, right? Had to find him some more money, give him some more money. Now, if he don't come out here and get that work in, we got guys that want your spot for less money, Big Rick.
Yeah. Because that was my issue with him wanting more money. Because not only was he taking advantage of Jamad's injury to try to earn a paycheck off that, but you go back and you look at like Alabama, Jalen McMurray was locking dudes down.
Locked down. Locked. Florida too. Like I went back and watched the Florida tape. Bro, he was strapping Florida.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, I hope we didn't pay Ricky too much.
I mean, look, Tennessee Jr. says Hood can ball, y'all. He sure can. Adrian says in the chat, Ricky Gibson got burnt a lot last season.
A lot.
The most notable burnt from Ricky Gibson that I remember, there's 2. First one, when we played Alabama, they threw a fade route to the corner, and Jermod caught the pick. Then the 2 more drives down the field, they ran the same play, but Ricky was on that side, and he got snagged on by Ryan Williams, right? Mm-hmm. That's the first one. And then pick whatever throw you want to from Will Howard in the playoff.
Oh, yeah.
Like pick whichever one you want. The first tutty that he threw to Jeremiah Smith on Ricky, burnt. Like, so I don't want Ricky to I need, because the dude can play. Like when we talk about man-to-man and we're really strapping you, he will blow you off the ball because of his physicality. But like the speed and then the ball hawk awareness type thing is what kind of scares me with him, because he didn't get a pick last year.
Right.
That's
what kind of scares me is I call it that Willie Martinez. He got that Willie Martinez in him. He ain't turning his head. He ain't trying to make a PBU. He just going for the tackle after they catch it. And that's the bad thing about Ricky is that I feel like he plays heavy. He could just be beat up from the season, but I think that he doesn't have that top end speed to keep up with a Ryan Williams, with a Jeremiah Smith, with like a JSN. I think that he can beat you up off the line and slow you down and get you out of rhythm. But that's what makes a guy like Jamal McCoy the highest rated corner in the new game, because he can
Yeah.
not only beat you off the line, but he can keep up with you, hit pocket the entire route. So I
Yes.
don't know if that's what Ricky's issue is or what.
That was the thing I think with Jermod that was so special, bro. Is not only is he so athletic, but like he would stay with you and then athletically just beat you to the ball.
Yeah.
Like that's what he does, bro. It's special, very special at what he does. So I'm excited to just kind of see what he does and how he gets back right. Because he's definitely got to get back right quick. And if Jermod can, and he's playing week 3, we're in great hands.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited, bro. I think this season, like I said at the very beginning of the show, I'm more excited this year than I ever was. This is the most exciting to me year than in the entire Heupel era, because you kind of knew what you were getting with Joe Milton. Like you thought after the Orange Bowl, like, man, like, bro, we might do the thing. But then like that didn't really like happen.
Yeah.
And then you get excited again about Nico, and you're just like, oh my God, like, oh my God, we got a 5-star. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like underwhelming, right? Like not meeting expectations, not like exciting football at all. And now you got a guy who genuinely could care less if he throws 30 picks in a season, because he gonna have 60 touchdowns. Right. Like that's the exciting part, because Heupel will naturally make him less of a big risk like decision maker, right? He's still gonna make the throw. He's gonna give his guys a chance. But that's what we need to do, Deal. We haven't let our guys just have a chance in the last 2 years because we too scared to throw it. Well, Joey is not gonna be scared to throw the ball.
No.
He gonna throw that joint. He gonna throw that thing. And we just gotta live with the result. But I'm expecting really good things from the dude, man. I really am.
I am too. And that's really what I like about Joey too. Is because that's what I liked about Hendon. He wasn't scared to throw the ball downfield and just test him. Hendon
Just test it.
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
Hendon did not throw a lot of interceptions when he was here, but there was a lot of balls that he threw where it was 40-60. Sometimes it was getting picked off. And half the time it hit the ground, and sometimes it was a catch. But that's what I really like about Joey, is that he ain't afraid to know that this is a video game offense, and he can go out and put up video game numbers.
Speaking of video games, that thing come out tomorrow if you got the deluxe. And yes, you got that right controller too.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow at noon Eastern, I'm locked in on college football 2026. I'm locked in. I got to get with my Vols first game, and we're going to see what we're working with. We're going to see what we're doing. We're going to see. I'm excited, bro. I'm very excited. But y'all, man, we're going to wrap up tonight. We'll be back live on Wednesday night, continuing this talk. We finally back in our position series. We're going to talk in depth about the linebacker group. What must happen? We know that we got 2 guys, but after that, all we've got in what we know is talent. And can that talent, or is that talent ready to be put on display and it be guys that we can trust in 2025? We haven't had a year in the Heupel era that one of our backers didn't get hurt and it be an impact to us, or something happened, right? 2022, Jeremy Banks, right? 2023, Peely. 2024, Peely, right? Like it's been a thing every year. Can we get through a year where we have all of our guys and they all make an impact? We're going to talk all about that live on Wednesday. But until then, man, tap in on Instagram, follow us at Straight Up Tennessee, and go ahead, Apple and Spotify, go ahead and continue to rate this thing 5 stars. Let the people know why they need to be listening. But y'all, Wednesday night's going to be a banger. Going to have the boys back. Y'all pray for Turner, man. We don't know if Turner ever going to get back on the show. I mean,
That man quit.
That man just done. He done. Hopefully he comes back, but who knows? We'll see what happens. But till then, man, we'll see y'all live on Wednesday, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel. Y'all know what to do, man. For my guy Deal, man, it's your boy Ruck in the building. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you live on Wednesday.